The next question up says, is it okay to do only low bar squat on the competition squat day and then do all the other squatting workouts with a high bar? The reasoning is I stopped low bar squatting with flat shoes a couple months ago because my left shoulder was in a lot of pain, wrist issues, and my ankle was having issues, and my right knee had tendonitis. So I switched to a mid bar with Oli shoes. Since the switch, all those issues have resolved themselves. I'm stronger low bar, but trying to do it all the time just beat me up too bad. The good thing is that I'm now pain free and my bench went up quite a bit. Do I continue squatting this way since it doesn't cause as many issues, or I can simply just low bar squat once a week and see if that works? Um, Given the background information in your specific case, then I would say yes, absolutely. Do all your variations high bar, and you can squat low bar when you can. Now, hopefully, and I think ideally in this scenario, that's going to be once a week low bar practice. But keep in mind that if that is still too much, especially over a longer period of time, you can limit it even more. I've had lifters on my team who just don't. They have similar issues. They get beat up too much when they're in that low bar position. So we'll do high bar. Basically, that's the base variation that we do, and we only introduce low bar in the last month or 2 months before a competition because that's about as long as they can tolerate it. So they get exposed to the heavier weights for as long as they can, and then they go to the meet and lift and hopefully set a PR and everything. But the high bar work becomes the prep work for the low bar work in the competition phase. And high bar and low bar do have some key differences, but they're similar enough that it's not learning an entirely different movement. It's not as if you're doing all your training on a leg press or something like that. It's still squatting, it's still back squatting, it's fairly similar. And in some ways, I think your high bar squat, some of the technical cues and some of the things that you have to keep in mind for your high bar squat can be good for your low bar squat as well. So it's definitely something. I don't think that's going to present a long-term hurdle for you. It's just a matter of figuring out what the dosing is going to be for your low bar so that it's well tolerated.